My fiance's phone kept ringing from an unknown woman. What I discovered destroyed me. The first time the phone rang, it was late. Too late for anyone to call unless something was wrong. The screen lit up on the table beside my fiance, who had fallen asleep on the couch after a long day at work. The room was dark except for the soft glow from the TV, and the name flashing across the screen made my heart pause. Unknown woman, not unknown number, not no caller ID. A saved contact, a deliberate name. I didn't wake my fiance. I didn't touch the phone. I just stared at the illuminated screen as it buzzed again, vibrating against the wooden table like it was carrying a message meant to shake the entire house. When the call stopped, I exhaled, realizing I'd been holding my breath. I turned off the TV and headed to bed, trying to convince myself it was nothing. Maybe a coworker? Maybe someone she'd helped. Maybe. Anything reasonable. But at 2:47 a.m., it rang again. Same name. Same eerie stillness in the room. And this time, the call lasted longer, almost a full minute, before going silent. The next morning, I tried to act normal. I cooked breakfast. I made coffee. I asked about her shift, but every time she reached for her phone, something tightened inside me. Eventually, I asked, trying to sound casual, "Hey, who keeps calling you late at night?" Her eyes didn't widen or panic. They didn't even flicker. She simply shrugged and said, "What call?" I didn't hear anything. She didn't lie nervously. She didn't avoid eye contact. She didn't even ask to check the call log. That scared me more. That evening, after she left for work, the phone rang again. Same name, same ringtone, same chill crawling through my spine. This time I picked up. I expected a wrong number. I expected an apology. I expected something ordinary. But what came through the speaker wasn't ordinary. It wasn't even close. A woman whispered, her voice low and steady. "You don't know me, but you need to know the truth about your fiancé." Before I could respond, the call ended. I stood frozen in the middle of the living room, the silence suddenly too heavy to breathe through. My heart hammered in my chest, and every instinct in me screamed that I'd just stepped into something dark, something I wasn't prepared for. I knew one thing for sure. This wasn't a prank. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This wasn't nothing. This was the beginning of something that would unravel everything I believed about the person I planned to marry. The unknown woman calls. Again, this time revealing something that makes the narrator question the entire relationship and forces him to follow a terrifying trail of clues. The next night, I did something I never imagined I would do to the person I planned to spend my life with. I turned my fiance's phone ringer back on. She kept it on silent most days because of work, but I needed to hear it, needed to know if the unknown woman would call again. My heart felt like it was suspended between panic and anger, but I forced myself to act normal when she came home, exhausted and unaware of the storm quietly building around us. She showered, changed, and went straight to bed. The house fell silent. I sat on the edge of the couch, staring at the phone on the table like it was a live wire. At exactly 2:03 a.m., it rang. Not a second later, not a minute earlier, as if the caller had been waiting for the moment she fell asleep. "Unknown woman," I answered immediately. Before I could say anything, the voice whispered again, calm, deliberate, almost rehearsed. "I'm calling you because she won't tell you the truth." My throat tightened. "What truth? Who are you?" The woman ignored the question. "She has a life you don't know about, a life she hides from you because she knows what it would do to you." My grip tightened around the phone. "What are you talking about? You think she works late every night?" The voice said softly. "She doesn't." Something inside me went cold. "She leaves home, but she doesn't go where she tells you, and I can prove it." I felt my pulse in my ears. "What proof?" "You'll find it," the woman whispered. "Look at her second phone." I froze. Second phone? No, that didn't make sense. She never carried more than one. She didn't even like keeping a lot of things in her bag. "You're lying," I said, more to myself than to her. "She doesn't have a second phone." "You're right," the woman said. "She doesn't carry it. She hides it. My breath caught. Where? The woman paused. The silence stretched so long that I thought the call had dropped. Then her voice returned. Lower, sharper, almost trembling with urgency. Check the vent. The one behind the dresser. The line went dead. I sat completely still, phone in hand, like my body had detached from my mind. My fiance's slow breathing drifted from the bedroom. The air in the house suddenly felt heavier, as if the walls themselves were holding secrets they were tired of keeping. After a long moment, I walked into the bedroom. She was asleep, peaceful, unaware of the chaos unraveling just inches from her. I quietly moved the dresser. Dust scattered. My fingers shook as I unscrewed the vent. Cover inside, right in the dark corner where no one would think to look, was a small black phone, wrapped in a cloth. My heart stopped. The unknown woman wasn't lying. I pulled the phone out, my hands trembling, and pressed the power button. The screen lit up. There were messages. There were calls, there were photos, and every single notification preview showed the same name. The unknown woman wasn't the only one with a secret. The narrator unlocks the hidden phone and discovers messages that reveal a shocking double life, one that leads directly to a truth far darker than cheating. The hidden phone felt heavier than it should, like it carried the weight of a truth I wasn't prepared to face. My fiancé slept only a few feet away, completely unaware that the world she'd built around me was starting to fracture. The screen asked for a passcode. For a moment, I panicked. But then I remembered something. The unknown woman's tone, the certainty in her voice. She wasn't guessing, she knew, which meant she probably expected me to find the phone and unlock it. I tried the most obvious code first. Her birthday. Wrong. Then mine. Wrong. Then the date we got engaged. The phone unlocked. My stomach dropped. The home screen was plain. Black background. No apps on the front page except messages, calls, and a hidden folder icon tucked in the corner. My pulse hammered as I opened the messages first. There were only 2 contacts saved, unknown woman and supervisor. But what hit me instantly was the number of unread messages. Over 100, all from the same person, the unknown woman. I opened the most recent one. He still doesn't know. You need to tell him before I do. My chest tightened. Another message. You can't keep living 2 lives. It's going to explode. And then, if he finds out the truth from someone else, it will destroy him. My breath caught. Whatever this was, it wasn't just cheating. It wasn't flirting or emotional betrayal. This was something deeper. Something the unknown caller believed could destroy me. I scrolled back further, hands trembling. 2 weeks ago. Did the supervisor contact you again? You need to report it. Don't let them control you. Control her? Supervisor? Report what? My mind spun. I backed out of the messages and opened the hidden folder. Inside were recordings. Dozens of them. Each labeled by date. The most recent was from 3 nights ago. I tapped it. For a moment, there was silence. Then I heard my fiancé's voice, shaky, whispering like she didn't want anyone to hear. I can't keep doing this. He doesn't know anything. If he finds out, he'll think I'm lying again. Please stop calling me at night. He's starting to notice. A second voice responded. The unknown woman. You're not telling him the truth because you're scared. You should have left that place months ago. My fiancé whispered. They said if I talk, they'll come after him too. My skin went cold. Come after me? Who was they? What place? What kind of situation was she in? The recording ended abruptly. I opened another one, older this time. My fiancé's voice again, sounding terrified. I saw what they did to the coworker who tried to leave. I can't be next. My entire body went rigid. This wasn't a love affair. This wasn't a private relationship. This was something far more dangerous, something involving her workplace. Her supervisor. And people capable of harming her. And me. My heart pounded as the truth sharpened into something terrifying. The unknown woman wasn't exposing my fiancé. She was trying to protect us, and whatever my fiancé was trapped in, it wasn't normal. and it wasn't safe.